Hi guys, I have a brief presentation for you today on reputation management and 4 risks that businesses face with social media today. If you're not familiar with reputation management, it's becoming quite a big business. A lot of Fortune 500 companies, politicians, movie stars, they're all interested in keeping their reputation online as clean as possible. So who am I? I'm this guy here, Jason McGill, and you can reach me at geniusteam@imeinstein.net. And I'm Einstein is a division of Salus Personal Solutions, and we are a digital marketing agency that loves working with small businesses. So if you're in need of anything like article writing and submission, blog creation, mobile web, reputation management, SEO, social media management, please feel free to contact me again at geniusteam@imeinstein.net or look us up online at www.imeinstein.net. The IM, by the way, stands for Internet Marketing. I'm not trying to say I'm an Einstein. Far from it. Okay. Social media risk. Try to keep this short for you guys today. So, 4 of them: embarrassing posts, confidential information, using company devices, and social media addicts. People addicted to social media. I'm quickly becoming one of those. Embarrassing posts, I'm sure you're familiar with it. Maybe you've done it yourself, but there's a short story. This guy, he was working for General Motors, and actually he was working for the advertising agency that General Motors had hired. He was stuck in traffic in Detroit, the Motor City, and he found that to be ironic, but he was also quite upset about it. And he decided to tweet that out there into cyberspace while dropping the F-bomb. So he was quickly fired from the advertising agency he worked for. The advertising agency was quickly fired from General Motors, and General Motors had a PR mess on their hands with this tweet with the F-bomb. So, it's very easy, for someone to soil company reputation or, just dirty things up for you a little bit. Now, if you are a company that has a business plan for your employees in terms of mobile devices, it's hard to find a mobile device now that doesn't have a phone or a camera rather. So these cameras are very useful, of course, but most businesses don't really use the camera. They don't really need a camera on those devices. And what ends up happening is, you get people at a holiday party and they like to take all these selfies and there's some alcohol involved, and next thing you know, you have embarrassing posts. Easy as that. So employees like to post their personal social media accounts. They like to go there on their business devices. Even though most employers are really good about making it clear that please don't use this for personal use, a lot of employees still do it. They're checking their personal social media accounts using their business devices, and they do more work, more business on their personal devices. So there you go. Confidential information. If you're in the industry with confidential information, it's hard to keep that stuff confidential if you have employees using their personal social media accounts to discuss work-related matters, right? They're breaking confidentiality. They could be breaching the contract or both. Besides your obvious privacy violations, your business could lose a competitive advantage. If you have someone out there, and this is, I'm not making this stuff up, your competitor is monitoring your social media. They want to know what you're posting online. They're just trying to keep up with you maybe. Or maybe they do want some competitive advantage out there. Well, they're monitoring things, and you have an employee that ends up posting like, look at what we're doing right now. Look at this product we're about to launch. This is awesome. How many people have seen the leaks out there all the time about, hey, look, this is the newest picture of the iPhone 18, right? This happens a lot, right, guys? So you have to think of the new axiom, loose fingertips sink ships. Not to mention that it could damage your corporate reputation. Data leaks, data breaches, data theft, oh my, yes, this is happening all the time. We hear about this almost once a week, and I think it was last year or the year before that, Target, the big store, box store, they ended up having this huge breach where they lost all this credit card information, people's addresses, etc. It happens a lot. Well, companies, they know that employees are using their business devices to get on personal social media accounts. They know that their business devices can be a weak link in terms of data breaches and data leaks and theft. So 38% or so have decided to phase out their mobile device plans in 2016, and they're going to have their employees use their own personal devices. This is great for the bottom line as well, but it doesn't really take care of security. It just doesn't do that. I mean, how easy is it to share documents in the cloud? My quick question there at the bottom. It's very easy. Whether they're using their personal device or not, they can get on their social media and they can, post something negative that's going to hurt the company, whether it's a business device or their personal device. Until IT departments can lock down what's coming and going out of a business or out of a laptop, desktop, cell phone, and really lock it up tight, these things are going to continue to happen. Those of you out there that are addicted to social media, and you might be looking at your phone or tablet right now trying to check Facebook status posts, all that, I don't know about you, but I wonder all the time, how can people get all their work done while they are updating their statuses? They're commenting on all their friends and family's statuses and updates. They're suggesting that you read a certain book or article. They're pinning things on Pinterest. They're learning how to cook something by looking at Pinterest. They've got a new Instagram photo on, and they're tagging you about this new book they read or a TV show, or, hey, did you see the season finale of Walking Dead? Spoiler alert, right? Newsflash, multitasking is a myth. We made this up to make ourselves feel like we're really capable of doing a lot really well all the time, and we're not. Our lizard brains still can only focus on one thing really well at a time, and you know it if you've ever talked to someone sitting there on their phone while they're checking whatever they're checking, and you're trying to have a conversation with them. They're not really engaged, are they? They're not really paying attention. So, not only social media, okay, for these people that can't put their phones down, can't put their tablets down, it's bad for them. They start getting that phone neck, but it's bad for business. It's costing businesses money in productivity every day. Not only that, but if they are using a business device to connect to their personal social media accounts, they're opening the floodgates for viruses and malware to the company. All right, so what can you do about it? Well, you can download this free report, and in this report you'll learn simple steps you can take to protect yourself from the biggest threats online today, which are the social media threats. 5 steps that you can take immediately if something negative is posted about your business online. Wouldn't you like to know how to do that? Okay, what do you do? Do you have some contingency in place for, oh my gosh, there are people out there saying all these negative things about my company, what do I do? Or about my brand, okay? Here's another story to kind of give you an idea. There was a woman who was checking in on Qantas Airlines. It's an Australian company. And she's in line getting ready to board her flight, and she can't board her flight for whatever reason. She has this horrible experience. And she proceeds to tweet that it was the worst airline experience ever. Okay, now Qantas, luckily, they are on top of things, apparently, and they are monitoring their social media. So within like 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes, they're able to send her a message to her phone. They're replying to that tweet that she sent out, and they tell her to stop by the customer service desk. Well, they give her 5-star service. They treat her very, very well. They fix the problem. They get her on the flight, and then she goes back to tweet, best experience ever. She'll never fly with another airline other than Qantas, okay? Happy ending to that story, right? Sounds wonderful. Qantas did what they should do. They really had their customer service, program really tightened down. They're monitoring their social media. But the big thing to know here, guys, is that woman that was tweeting that message out about the worst airline experience ever had over 200,000 followers on Twitter. She's Twitter famous. Okay, there are people like that. You may not know who they are, but they're Facebook famous. They're social media famous. They have thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of followers. Okay, now, big businesses think they're insulated from things like this. That, a few people, a few hundred, a few thousand people out there, they've got, maybe a couple hundred followers. It's friends, family, people they probably don't even remember. And if they say boo, no big deal. People aren't really paying attention. But you have a woman like this, over 200,000 followers, and she has dedicated following, and she decides she's going to boycott your brand, boycott your service, then you're in trouble. How about a couple of those people? Can you afford to lose that kind of business? Okay? Or what about the fact that if you have a negative review, it's been shown statistically here that 4 out of 5 people looking for your company online will not go with your company if they see a negative review. That's pretty crazy. 4 out of 5 people. You're losing business, having negative reviews out there. So what can you do about it? This report will show you tools you can use to monitor in real time anytime there are mentions about your brand, your business, your company out there on the web, on any platform. Okay? Download the free report. The link is below. Again, my name is Jason McGill with I'm Einstein. If you need us for anything, please feel free to contact us at imeinstein.net. You can reach me at geniusteam@imeinstein. And you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.